Hello, my name is Britta Rivera with Britta Rivera Venture Group in Koenig Strey, and today I'm going to give a short summary on a short sale. So what's a short sale? Basically, let me break it down in regular English. A short sale is when a bank allows a homeowner who is upside down, basically they owe more on their home than it's worth, to sell it at a loss for the bank. The bank basically covers all the costs of the loss. In the event that they don't cover all the costs, they will come back to the seller and say, hey, you need to put in some money. So that does happen from time to time, but if the seller can show a hardship, and they do require a hardship letter along with some other documents, then typically the bank will accept the short sale. Now, as for the buyer of the short sale, you may see a short sale listed, let's say $100,000. You're going to go in possibly with an offer below that. Expect the bank to counter. That's a big thing. A lot of people come in with a little under the short sale and just expect the bank is going to take the deal and just run with it, but that's not the case. Lately, banks have been pretty strict on negotiations, and it takes quite a bit of time, as you've heard out there. It can be a long period of time, anywhere from 60 to 90 days, longer than that, 120 days or more. It all depends on who you end up with as your processor on the bank's end. There's a negotiator basically on the bank's end, and you get good ones and you get bad ones, just like with anything. If you get a good one, the deal can actually happen within 30 to 60 days. If you don't get a good one, maybe they have a lot of work, they're overwhelmed, they've got tons of files they're working on, it can definitely take 90 days to 120 days for a short sale. So if you're patient and you're really in love with the home, it's worth the wait. You're going to save probably 30 to 40% off a home in a lot of cases. Sometimes it could be as low as 20%, but still you will save definitely on the home based on the market value. So they take the market value of what the home is currently worth, and that's pretty much how they counter it. It's not based on usually how much the seller owes on the house. That's usually not the consideration. It's really what the fair market value is. So once you've submitted the short sale contract to the bank, all the documents for the seller to show that they are in a hardship situation. It could be divorce, it could be they're relocating, it could be that they've lost their job, got a pay cut, things like that. Once it's submitted, the bank reviews the file, and once they determine that the person is qualified for a short sale, the negotiation pretty much starts. So banks will typically review the contract, look at the comps, send out an agent that is hired to do a BPO, which is a broker price opinion, similar to an appraisal based on the area market values, and then they submit that to the bank, and the bank then determines if the short sale price is correct. Now, if they determine that the pricing is right on point, you'll get a counter offer. It can take anywhere from 30 to 45 days, sometimes longer, but if you use a company that's called a negotiation company, a negotiator, on the seller side, sometimes this can streamline the process and make it go a lot faster. But fast is not really what a short sale is. They don't call it short sale because it's a short amount of time. They call it short sale because the funds are short, that the buyer to the seller, to the bank, all of that is short. They're short on funds as far as how much they owe on the home and how much the bank is going to lose. So don't think short means that the process is short. It's not short. You do need to be patient. Your agent, on the other hand, as myself, will push for you to get answers and to find out information. However, it's really out of the agent's hand, and it's kind of out of the negotiator's hand on the seller side, because the bank really holds the power here. Banks will sometimes have 100 files they're dealing with at once. You're not the only one. So although it seems like it's taking a long time, it could be that that processor is working on several files, or 100 files, or 50 files. So that is what pretty much slows the process. Now, once the process goes through, there's a few things that you have to really understand. One is your price. Just because they listed at $100,000 doesn't mean the bank's going to take $100,000. They may come back to you at $105,000 or $110,000. It's all depending on the negotiator that you get. It also depends on if there's an investor in the deal. So there could be multiple investors and the bank could just be the servicer. Now, if there are multiple investors, they have to also approve the short sale. If there's a second mortgage or a lien on the home with a home equity line, they also need to approve the short sale because they typically are going to be the ones that take a huge loss as well. So once all parties agree on the price, your short sale is approved. That is typically when the clock starts ticking. So you get your inspection, you get your attorney review period, and you get your mortgage. Now, something to think about when you're putting in an offer on a short sale, you need to come in strong if it's a really hot property, because you will likely get bumped out by a cash buyer if you're going to get a mortgage. Cash is king in today's market. Unfortunately, it used to be that people didn't care because whether you get a loan or you paid cash, it didn't really matter. They were getting paid in the end. But in today's market, cash is king. So if you're putting in an offer and you're getting a mortgage and you know this property is hot and there's a lot of visibility for it and a lot of interest, you want to come in strong with your offer. You also want to come in stronger maybe with your down payment. Those things can help your cause basically to get the home. A couple of more things to understand in a short sale is that you're going to have probably delays along the way on the bank side. But when it comes to the approval process and you getting your information into your lender and getting it started for the closing, they're going to press you pretty hard and fast. You're going to need to move pretty quickly on it. They'll want you to close pretty much in 30 to 45 days. So you should be plugging along as though they're going to approve it in the beginning. That way you save a lot of time and effort. And please be patient once again. That's important. They're not going to happen overnight, but you are getting a huge savings. So if you're patient and you just allow time for it, it's worth the wait, let's tell you. So if you have more information that you need requiring a short sale, feel free to contact Britta Rivera Venture Group, and my number will be listed right below on the screen there. So take a look at that. I also have a blog at Britta J17 as well as Britta Rivera Venture at WordPress, and it will help you understand how the short sale process works, along with a video clip on really just some informative information on short sale. So please check out Britta Rivera Venture at WordPress to get more details on a short sale. And if you're interested in selling your home or buying a short sale and need more information, feel free to contact Britta Rivera Venture Group. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I will have some updates because once again, in today's market, short sales are changing constantly. The banks are changing their policies and procedures constantly. So I'll be doing some updates on that. So thanks for watching once again, Britta Rivera Venture Group, and my name is Britta Rivera. Thank you. Bye-bye.